Hello, hello, hello. Mic check. Hello, 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 hello. So, good afternoon, all of you. Welcome, my dear friends. So, this is the first lecture of management of information system, and here I am very happy to share with you that hereafter you will have these lectures online. Online in the sense that already also we had these lectures online, but specifically this will be live on YouTube. And the students who are unable to join these lectures, they can go for the offline, not offline, whenever they have time or connectivity available, they can attend the lecture. So let us, today this is the first lecture of this institute level elective, and we will discuss what is the syllabus, then uh, what are the contents, and what university question paper type will be, then is there a practical or not, or what will be the delivery methods or the strategy to cover this, what you can say, syllabus and the subject. So we'll start our discussion with the syllabus. So I will share my screen now. Yes, so on your screen, you should see the syllabus. So I will just maximize that. This this subject is institute level elective. It has got 3 credits, and it will be having 3 lectures per week. But now, because of this special situations, we are having this online delivery of the content, and this is totally theoretical subject, as what you can say the content suggests. But we'll be discussing throughout this subject some case studies also. This was my strategy, because this subject I'm taking for second time, and what I observed when I was taking this lecture is that just rather than simply covering the uh, theoretical content for every topic or overall related to the management of information system, some case studies are there. I will just give you example of the one case study that we just last year we took, that is the rise and fall of the companies such as Nokia, then Kodak, then what are different entrepreneurship strategies, and why do company get success or why do companies do get failures. Then such various case studies were there. Lots of case study. I will just list some of them. Just give me a minute. Yeah. Yes. So then we discussed last time the this why startups succeed or fail. Then why Windows Phone failed. This was one of the case studies that we discussed. How Android grew in the technical market. This was another case study. Then how Microsoft saved Apple in a business way to save themselves. They had at one or other point of time they had to save Apple when Apple was in its struggling days, and some mistakes they did, and because of that they had what can I say, technically not lost, but they could have earned something. So then rise and fall of BlackBerry. These are technical majority case studies. Then some of the philosophical case studies we discussed, such as the Muhammad Ali and his views about what are his careers. Then one case study was Google and how it is targeting its product, specifically the social media products, and whether they were success or failure. So and one bank his case study we took last year. So what I want to say is that to make this subject interesting, we actually had these case studies. So along maybe now it is online lecture. So if time permits, I will share, I will discuss, and I will share the video link for the case study, because when I had this online this face-to-face lectures, we used to display the case study on the screen. But let it be. Now let us go through the syllabus. What is the syllabus is? So as I discussed, majority part of this what you can say subject is theoretical, but it deals with one of the key aspect, that is the we are all IT students, information technology students, and you develop information systems. Okay, and one part of this subject title is the management of information systems. So what roles do these information systems what you can say play in the business growth? That is one key concept here. Okay, so that we study in the chapter 1. Then mainly the main focus of this information system is to gather the data, store, process, analyze the data, and make intelligence out of that data. So this is a general description, and then using this intelligence, these various levels of management, they can take the various type of decisions related to the products, product placement, product design, then future plans, expansion, and number of things are there. So for this thing, we need to process and manage the data as well as generate the knowledge. So the second chapter deals with the data and knowledge management. Then as you process the data, and nowadays data is a kind of gold. So it is not that only physical gold we have why this data is gold is compared to gold. Famous industrialist Mukesh Ambani, yeah, he quoted this thing, data is the next century gold. Why this is a very key concept, because if you have the data, you can understand how people behave, how people think, what is maybe even at very with very good accuracy you can even predict the things, because many AI and ML algorithms are like stock prediction or calamity prediction, anomaly detection and prediction. A number of things are there. So and when data is gathered, it is gathered from various sources. So we may have personal data of people also. Yeah, you can. So to deal with this data, you must behave ethically. Okay, you should not be misusing the data. So yes, we have to study the ethical issues and privacy related issues with this data. Okay, how this data, because only if you have data, but if you are not securing the data, then people are relying on you, people are trusting you to share the data with you, and then you are not keeping the data in safe custody. So there is privacy concern, privacy threat is there. Then social computing is one of the, as I said, that we gather data from various nodes. The social computing gives you majority of the data, not all the data, but major what people say about. And then other majority of the data comes from your data sources, maybe your ERP and their log, transaction log, banking log, then customer feedbacks, and a number of things are there. So the social computing nowadays is playing a big role. Okay, when an enterprise is there, and we have to deal with that. So yes, that will be the chapter 4. Then to for bigger what you can say enterprises, we are not concerned only with one location, but maybe uh, pan India, pan America, or totally multi national companies are there. So they span all over, or I will say very big geographical area. So they need to be connected, maybe physical connection or virtual private network connection between their campuses, premises, which are maybe in one some cities or some states or some nation or on the globe. So computer networking and the technology which are going to connect these various locations, that is one of the discussion topic as the subject. And cloud computing models play a key role here, because cloud is the technology which is making this MIS, that is the management of information system, or rather information system, accessible at every corner of the world by everyone and for every enterprise. So yes, that's why already this BIT 7th semester students which are there, they already have studied this cloud computing subject at length in their previous semesters. But now we are going to see the perspective of cloud computing in view of ethics. Okay, and then in the last we are having overall amalgamation of this thing as information system within an organization, where different types of IS, different types of, we say that management of information systems. But yes, there are various categories of IS. So what are these categories? How they are going to play their own role, whether they will be integrated together or not. Then what is the benefit that a particular enterprise is going to get when they have this MIS in place? Then the life cycle of MIS. All these things, it comes in the chapter number 6. So this is the overall summary, where what this syllabus is there for the this system. There will be 8 marks question university examinations will be there, and it will be totally theoretical. There is no viva for this thing. There is no lab for this subject. But yes, what I am telling or what I will be considering is that we will be discussing the case study. So this component that I am adding to this, yes. Now what we can do, as now, because we are having this online mode, then I will share the link of this case study with you. We go through the case study, go through the video, and then we can discuss. Okay, we can discuss. For this discussion purpose, we can schedule the meeting on the Google Meet. Otherwise, maybe this all the lectures will be there on this YouTube live platform. So yes, so this was the introduction to the syllabus. Here you can see. I will share this syllabus with you. Otherwise, it is there available also there on my website, institute website, as well as I am sharing you my website. Just bear with me. I am sharing that website in comment. Just right now. I am sharing the website with you. Yes. So on the reply comment, I am putting my website. Here you can see it is directly linking to the course page. So there, whatever courses I have taken, the you will see the sections, and as and when the particular portion is completed, I will post the PPT. Now here the syllabus is the syllabus you can easily find, but yes, PPT and the relevant study material I will be posting on this page. Then beyond this, one other facility we are also planning, that is this links of the syllabus content you can find on our institute website also. That is the www.fmt.ac.in. Okay, so my friends, in by for some reason, even if you miss these online lectures, definitely you can visit this live my YouTube channel and you can attend the lecture. So yes, we discussed now the syllabus, and let us go ahead. I'll just okay. So let us go ahead and start with our chapter one, that is the basic introduction. Okay. If you have any issue or if you have any question, you can put it on the chat box. I can see Shazia Muskal's her comment is there. Good morning, good afternoon, sir. She says fine. Yes, good afternoon to all of you. So I can see your comment in real time. So if you have any doubt, you can raise your hand or you can put your comment on the YouTube comment or YouTube chat. Okay. If possible on text, I will record it on text, or otherwise I will be replying that thing on the this is lecture delivery content. Okay, my friend. Okay. So let us go ahead. So I have shared Nice. So majority of assignments, then notes you will find in the course section of the website. So let us now I will share my PPT screen. So to you, I will discontinue this. Yes. Let us go ahead with the presentation. Yeah. So let me check. Yes. So now my screen is visible to you. I will make it full screen now. Yes. So introduction to MI, so management of information systems, and yeah, students, maybe now it is a general perception. So MIS is quite, I'll say, even I am having the background of electronics and telecommunication, and then rest of my for last 17 years, I am here in this IT field almost for more than 16 years. So what I mean, majority of my work has been in programming, development, and kind of thing where hardcore coding was involved, and I have taught subject like that. Even when currently also I am being in IT, I have been upgrading my knowledge. I am working on Amazon AWS, this certification also. So people are more favorable towards the subjects which have kind of action, live action, I'll say. Or other thing is that kind of buzzwords are there, or reliability or relevance is there. I'll say that thing. For example, now cybersecurity and laws, operation management, the product management, product lifecycle management, various subjects as for ILOCs were offered, and now we are having here MIS, which is quite conventional and basically to the theoretical subject. I It was first time I taught it last year, but when I taught, I don't say that it is the most important subject. Yeah, I also agree, but this is a subject which is rightly placed in the seventh semester, where you develop your consciousness about what the specific information systems are. First of all, okay, it is kind of formalization. So it is many times. Now, for example, you have done the mini project for airline reservation systems or library management systems. These were some of my students, they have developed this mini project, but we call them as, okay, they are mini project, but technically, do you know that they are actually a full-fledged working MIS? Yes. And beyond that, it is not duty of a programmer just to code the systems or develop the system, deploy and maintain that, but rather we should know the philosophy behind that. For whom I am making this system, okay, and how these people are going to make use of this system, and when I am going to develop the system, what should be my mentality in order to gather the data, process the data, then what are the various components which are part of the system. I may be working on some what you can say module which deals with database, but as a whole, where do this database module stands? Okay, even you might know this thing as an IT engineer, as a project leader, as a team leader, as you will grow up in your career hierarchy. Definitely, it is going to be happening in your career, but you should be having that, okay, basics, and this basic development is done by this subject. Okay, so overall this subject actually is trying to give you the philosophy that as an IT engineer, okay, what is one role or one of your roles which you are going to play as and when you develop this information system for the public. Okay, so that's why, yes, majority of this concept, when you will, what you can say, see, you will see that, okay, I have visited or I have seen this thing in my past. But here, that's what I'm saying, I'm again repeating, that is the management of information system. I will say that 70 to even 50 to 70% of the topics you have studied in your past what you can semester, but here we are going to formalize them. We are going to, well, like I said, cloud computing, then networking you have done, cloud computing you have done, then data storage and other things you have done, ethically and privacy issues, more or less, there is one full-fledged subject, the cybersecurity and laws, which is dealing with that, but it is dealing full technicality and legality of that thing. So every topic of this, every chapter of MIS on its own, it is a full-fledged subject, first of all. And then overall, our consciousness for this subject is to formalize the systems which are for the information age in which we are living. This is the idea of this, what you can say, sentence, which is very much relevant here. So yes, as of now, today, now we'll see how much time. Okay, otherwise, what are MIS, management of information? What is actually MIS? Then how they are helping. This is part of our chapter one. There is a concept called as the decision making. So how they are helping, then what are the various technologies which are there, then how this IS play role in the business, what are various career opportunities, and the challenges faced. So this is the today's agenda of discussion. So yes, this is one kind of, this, just a minute. Okay, sorry. So the error is human, but really to really follow the things up, we require a computer. Yeah, we now you are students, but when we deal at no, technical level, sometimes many times if we ask people why your specific task is ready or not ready, so we get an excuse that, sir, my PC crash, my desktop crash, my network is not working, or some virus has affected. So yes, many times we delay the things, but we need, okay, someone to blame things on, and that's why we need computer. This is in lighter mood, but yes, so we have to blame thing on, but to blame thing on something, we need something. We need someone. So what is this MIS? This MIS, okay, as in very simple. What is on the screen? That we'll discuss later on. But yes, what they do, information system. What are they? Information system. What they do, they process the data. For what they process the data? To generate the intelligence. Okay, so intelligence is generated from the information, and we have to generate information from the data. So identifying the information that is needed for effective decision making is one part, and this information identification, once it is done, we have to extract the information, and to extract the information we need the systems which are going to process the data to extract the information, and these systems are the information systems. Okay, so what is MIS is actually using the technology to create the intelligence which will generate the business value, or which will generate the value or value addition to your business. Using this intelligence, you can take decisions which can take your business to a higher level, more productive level, more efficient level, more accurate level. And for this, you need some intelligence. Now, all of you are now, you are engineers, budding engineers. So this is your last year. In by next June, July, you are going to be on job. So when you find, if you think that I can start, definitely you can start a company. Many people have their startup at this age, but unless and until you have some experience, you have some people who can guide you through the process, the initial path might be difficult for you, because that experience will play a key role when you are dealing with the business. So that's why this information system add value to your business. Okay, so these MIs from for the specific business, we need to, as I said, we have to work on various report, work gather various data from various sources. Now, as we are living in the information age, we are going to have the computers for that. We are going to have database management system, computer system, networking system, internet system, cloud computing, working for our what you can say technological backend to deploy these information systems. And this MS professional will be working on this deployment. So at one place you are having the business. I will just try to. I will get the. So I hope you are getting this arrow also, and laser pointer. I will see that page is also there. So yes, for the business, these MS professionals, they are going to run this our invoice system on the technology, and then to maintain that thing, to develop that thing, to deploy that thing will be their job. So yes, so this is a formal definition of, but don't make notes. Anyhow, I am going to share this PPT on my course page. So you focus on the definition. So this is the technical definition of in the exam. If they ask, you will have to produce this. What is this? So it is a set of interrelated components. Components might be a specific server, then specific database entity, then specific what you can say firewall, then Wi-Fi node, and the model. So it is a set of interrelated components that collect, retrieve, process, and store, as well as distribute. What they distribute? They distribute information. Now, in case of our digital system, this information technically it is not directly distributed. You will never find information stored somewhere. Yes, the report and the information will be there. But if you say that today's transaction data, so you will have thousands and millions of transactions. They are data, but they don't directly indicate any information. So we'll have to. That's why retrieve. The retrieve word is there. Retrieve the information and then distribute it to support the decision making and control in an organization. And this last sentence support decision making and control, which will be very clear when we'll visit the next slide. What is the control? So yes, this slide. So yes, so we have this input data. Okay, this is a simple. If you go look at this thing, what you can see is that it is a very simple or similar block diagram of computer system also. What is a computer? Which can take the data, which will store, process, and give output in the desired format. This is the definition of a computer. So here you have what you can say a flow model for IS. It is exactly same, but these information systems do this thing at very greater extent. For very big enterprise, you don't have a single computer, but rather you have a very what you can say distributed information system. And what it does? This does doing the same. It is a gathering the information, gathering the data, processing it, and giving reports in the desired format. And these reports will be used at various locations. Here you can see these various locations are there. Rather than locations, I'll say that these are the various hierarchical levels. Okay, where you can from the base level non-management employee to the top level executive management. So this is for example, now if you take example of this Reliance industry, now Reliance Geo. So here you can see that base level engineers were people who are deploying this, they are selling the SIM cards, or maybe the people who are deploying these towers, and then they are planning various technical or content for this geo telecom kind of thing. Okay, so yes, the non-management employees at the very best level, so they need what you can say various reports. So here the best example that I take is the DMart example. DMart is actually here you are with the people who are selling the goods. They are at the counters, maybe they are at the floor manager. They are floor managers. So what they do, they have to place the products and they have to sell the products. So what people need, they are going to say. So we have the data with us, which is actually sales record for this month, for last year, for last 5 years. And based on our experience, okay, we know that in the winter season, sweaters are required. In a rainy season, umbrellas are required. In a, what you can say, in the summer season we require the cotton clothing, which is very, what you can say, lightweight, or very easy to wear kind of thing. So this, and beyond that, when the specific trending fashion is there, when like we are having covid pandemic is going on, so we need the special supply of sanitizers. So this needs a dynamic decision making. So based on, okay, last year July, what was my stock, what was my total inventory, and based on this thing, okay, now this July I have to pre-order that thing. So non-management employee and operational management, they will need this data to place the orders. Then from your sales record, and then from your hiring record, from your supply chain management record, you will see how the products are moving, how I am getting the particular different supply from different vendors. So middle management will take care of that products and other things, and then SCMs is there. And this, the board of directors, executive management, what they will see from all their location demand deployments, or the demand locations over the India, they will be looking at what you can say, how the business is going on, what is the this year profit, what is this year's loss, okay, what, where we can open new branches. So these decisions can, do we have operational margin on this thing, okay, can we go ahead with decision based on our profits, which we have in the last year. So here it's executive management will need such reports. So these IS information systems at various levels will be generating the reports at this businessman, and they take decision based on the report. That's why there are this BI dashboard is there, business intelligence dashboards, live sales, live, what you can say, inventory, and based on this thing, this middle management, operation management can decide, okay, yes, then what is the total sales, what is the total purchase, what is total profit at pan India level. This dashboard executive management will have, and based on that they can plan their future vision and activities. Yes, we discussed that thing. Yes. So data versus information. This is a key concept. This concept is going to be the key running part of this, management of information systems we have. So data and information, are they same? No, data is different, information is different. We extract information from the data. Many times people, now you are all IT engineers, since you have the knowledge and idea of what information is. But information and data, these are two different things. There is something called as entropy. So information will always have some entropy value, and data data is what we generates the information. Technically, for if you have today's sales record, do you have any information out of this thing? Yes, I have maybe 100,000 transactions today. But from this thing, if I say that at what time, how many transactions happened today? Okay, from 9 o'clock morning to 9 o'clock in the evening, or 11 o'clock in the evening. Then I can decide at what time maximum rush is there, and what time I should have maximum people on the behind the counters, and what time I need the least people on counter. Accordingly, I can adjust the shifts. This is information. So, my friend, I hope you are clear what is the data and what is information. Yes, that I just said. Here you can see on the left hand side there is some transactions which are mentioned. Okay, what is happening with particular. And here on the right hand side you can see the year till date sales. So these are all sales record, and what is actually sales. This is the information. How many units sold? Okay, so this is the data and information secretary. Yes. So, yeah, then what are the characteristics of good information? Okay. So, characteristic of good information is it should have a subjective value. It should be Subjective value means you should be able to deduce something out of this thing. Yes, we have today maximum traffic or maximum transaction at 11 o'clock because now this is the high peak. So at this time I should have, then it should be relevant. So if I say okay, now at 11 o'clock I am having this maximum traffic, but suddenly you find that okay, at 2 o'clock you are having high traffic, so you could not rely on that information. So your planning may go in vain. It should be timely. For example, now this is July month is there, and you should, for obviously it is explained that we need umbrella in the month of July. But suppose it says that okay, you stock umbrella in the month of September. It is not timely information. We should have, or maybe our analysis take lots of time, and then we find out that at this product time this product is required. So it should be timely. It should be well before time. We should have, because then we have to give the orders and identify vendors and then deal with them. Then the information should be accurate. Okay, at what time, what number of transactions happen. So if accuracy is not, then again I say that it is the information is not relevant and we cannot plan our business on that. Then meaningful format. This information should be understandable by the people who are actually going to use that thing. Now you are all engineers. You can make sense out of the technical information, but the floor manager or the shift manager, they may not be technical people. So you should be generating the output in a what you can say format which is very much technical and understand very much simple and understandable by the layman format. It should not miss something. Okay, the traffic transactions were very high as on what you can say Friday, but we see that there is a huge drop in traffic on Monday 11 o'clock. So yes, it should be complete. So actually, accordingly, we should write the code and process and program, and it should be accessible to the relevant levels of the management which is taking the decision. So this is very important topic. You may have a question in the final examination that what are the characteristic of good information, and then various technologies which are there like hardware servers which will be storing database management database servers will be there, softwares which are running on this like operating systems are there, then softwares like Oracle or uh, the server Apache Tomcat which manage the server, database management software, Microsoft SQL servers and other thing, firewalls, antivirus, then various deployment of network and their related softwares and management kind of what you can say uh, management team. So this is the technical part. Then computers and other technology which are used to build the information system which will be connecting with each other, and the workforce which manages the thing, they are coming under the information system and the technology. So next is the functional areas. So in the last chapter we are having the functional area information system. So what are these things is that, see, for small businesses, you can have a single person managing these things, sales, marketing, manufacturing, services, kind of thing. But very big enterprises, which have separate divisions, separate departments, which deal with sales and marketing, manufacturing service, finance and accounting, hiring of people through human resource. So we are having technically separate software or information system which will be managing this department. Why? Because their own data is so huge that one single software it is difficult to program which will cater all the needs. So big companies like banks, then bigger software deployments which are pan India, pan globe. So for such what you can say enterprises, we have the functional area information systems. And for so here, as of this slide is concerned, we have to plan IS for these functional areas, and we should plan this IS in such a way that this IS should be cross-functional with other department and other information systems. This is very important. This is very important. Why? Because based on this thing, what is sales and marketing is doing, based on that, manufacturing unit should be producing the number of units and giving the service to, and accordingly finance department should be making provisions and finding out profit and loss from the whatever expenses we are having in manufacturing and whatever earnings we are having from the sales, and based on this thing whatever needs we should be providing the human resources. So there should be interfaces and APIs which will integrate these systems together. It's very important thing, my friends. So we should not that as an IT engineer, you should look. You may be working, look into this. You may be working in sales and marketing. You may be working in manufacturing and service. But you should not think only in that context. Rather, you should have interface or communication with other units also, or you should design systems which will be cross-functional. This is very important. Okay. Let us go ahead. So here, this is the timeline. So now we are talking about this what computer systems, and this timeline shows how these computer systems were adapted starting in 1940s and 50s, where computers like ENIAC was one of the initial generation of the computers. They were it is very huge room size computer. So that time people envisage the use of computers for common man or businesses, and they come up with initial applications. So from that, so now you are having your mobile phones which are much powerful than initial computer, and these mobile phones they also are part of some or other MIs. Like you may have some inventory management, what you can say, software on your mobile phone, which is part of MIs of your company. So this shows the adoption of MIs from initial technical changes deployment to managerial control, then institutional, like in 80s when the IBM PCXT and these desktop computers were introduced. So small desktop-based application and record-keeping applications were introduced, and then from 2000 onwards, with the introduction and widespread use of internet, we had this vendor customer. They are working together, and now with cloud computing, software service-oriented architecture, and other things, and introduction of the mobile computing, we are having seamless integration of this system. And these IS have their what I will say that ubiquitous presence, or they have percolated at various level, starting from top layer management to the employee which is delivering the pizza. They are having contact or connection with the ERP which is managing the business. So this is widening scope of IS. Now we are having every person, even customer is connected. Joyous, if you are purchasing something on Amazon, you are connected to Amazon ERP by your Amazon app. Then the people vendors are connected with the Amazon vendor app. Then your managers they are having their business dashboard, and Jeff Bezos is also having their dashboard. So every stakeholder here is connected. And if I am not buying anything, I am just searching for product. Still, I can go on Amazon website and use this product review to make decision whether I can buy this thing or not. This is the widening scope of IS because of the computer systems. Let's go move ahead. Yeah. So this slide is just summarizing what skills if you want to become an MIS engineer or if you want to make career. All of you have this skill. All of you right. So these are the typical skill of IT engineers. Soft skills, technical skills. You should be able to communicate, teamwork, patience, creative decision making to make yourself work in team. You should be now, for example, customer relationship management software. If you are using that thing, if you are a user and you should be dealing with the customers, then as a manager you should be finding the reports which will be actually usable for the next level of orders. So if you are a programmer for this MIS, then you should have technical curiosity. You should be learning what business is happening. Then if they are giving, sir, I need this, I'm having this problem. I don't know how to stock a specific product ahead of time and how to generate report of that. Or can I generate report based on my sales record and I put the orders well ahead in time, 30 days before? Yes, then you should be having this analytical skill, programming skill, synthesis skill to deploy this thing, generate report and give this report to the team so that they can improve their business. So yes, let's go ahead. Yeah, these are some of the roles. Yeah, like project managers and chief information officer, system software design. Then in network specialist, network telecommunication specialist, we have DBMS admins, database managers, and system analysts which deal and deploy with the computer systems. So these are various roles that IT engineer play for the management of MIS. These roles you might be having when you go on the job. Yeah, I will just discuss. Yeah. Now the impact this IS is going to make on your what you can say business. Like you say, at one point it will bring the age, it will integrate all the stakeholder, but at other point, as you know that this will be making things digital, it will reduce the workforce requirement. Reduce the number of people who are actually required to keep the record rather than physical records. I'm having cloud-based record, so yes, we don't need so many people. So we have to accurately, so accordingly manage our workforce. Information overload. This is key concept. Try to understand, my friends. This is the one of the important. At one point, we say that we have used data, we take the information, and at other point, your MIS will generate various kind of report. So it will be at your disposal what to utilize this utilize for your business decision. Otherwise, there are various kind sales report, inventory report, then time-wise, state-wise sales report, maybe nation-wise sales report, time-wise sales report, month-wise sales report, then inventory report, supply chain failure, supply chain management, and number of things are there. Then so much information is there with you. Forget data information. You should be making decision to choose the right information for right decision. Employee mistrust. This comes because it may happen that at one place experience says one thing, information says one thing. It may happen, it may not happen. But yes, that's why you should be dealing with your employees as well as information generated and generated trust so that the delicate balance is always maintained. Difficult to build and secure. Difficult to build means, as I just said, for bigger enterprises there are separate department, and for every department there is a separate MIS. So to make such a big MIS which is seamlessly working together, it is a challenging task, and that is the task of IT engineer. Then, when we are having public data on your premises, we should be taking utmost care to make it secure. And as we are in IT, the technology changes every day. So we have to adapt with that rapidly changing technology. So yes, my friend, this is with today's lecture. So today we discussed MIS introduction, then what is the syllabus, what is the expectation from students for the subject of MIS, what are various topics we discussed. Then we discussed today introduction, we gone through the definition, then what are the various roles are possible by the IT engineers. Then we discussed what are the career opportunities, various skills which are there, okay, and what are the challenges that MIS will build. So this was regarding the first chapter. Remaining part of this first chapter we'll see in the coming lecture. Thank you all my friends for your time and valuable inputs, feedback. Okay, still if you have any doubt, then I am putting my email ID here. Uh, So I'm sharing my email ID, so you can mail me or you have my number, so you can call me to solve doubt if you have any. Visit the course page for the note reader purpose. Yes, in due time I will upload as and when I will complete. So in maybe today or tomorrow at max I will be uploading the notes also for this chapter. Okay, so take care, stay home, stay safe. Have a nice time. Bye.